myself being so compromised and altered, and I was losing control. I was losing control. And I don't like to feel like I'm losing control. And I was losing fucking control. And he had me thinking about things that I'm totally opposed to. He had me actually considering participating in some of this shit that I know I don't want to do. He said that he was into anal. I don't like fucking in the ass. I'm totally against it. I don't want no shitty dick in my life. And he go proud to be walking around with a shitty dick. And trying to ridicule me and chastise me and make me feel belittled and immature. He said I was immature because I don't like anal sex and threesomes and giving head. I never thought I'd see the day that a man would try to make me feel bad for not sucking dick, not taking dick in the ass, and not laying up with a woman in bed with him. The fuck is this world I came to? But you say you want a good woman. You done took a good woman and you trying to just totally ruin her. The game will test you. Don't fold. So here I go. In order to be with this man, I got to compromise who I am. But they're trying to make it seem like that's not how it is. That's exactly how it is. Because if I don't participate in the threesomes, in the anal, or giving him oral sex, I got to listen at how immature I am. According to Steve, I'm so immature. I need to get with the program. Or he gonna ignore my phone calls and texts. And when we supposed to get together, he gonna go and be with somebody else. So I got to deal with that. So if I don't do it, that's what I got to deal with. This man was messing with my mind. He really was. He was messing with my fucking mind. He almost had me going crazy. And I was laying in this bed. I think this was last Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. And Steve, he had debilitated me. He just had me so disabled spiritually, emotionally, physically. Do y'all know I couldn't even hardly move and get out of the bed and go pee? I was so fucking depressed, and it was just like it was some spirits just had me captive. And all I wanted to do was just lay in the bed and just close the windows and just lay in this dark ass room, and the dark energy had just taken over me. And do y'all know the devil said you ought to just kill yourself? Just kill yourself. You know you're tired. You know you're tired. The devil had started talking to me. He said, you know you're tired. You ain't even got to deal with Steve no more if you kill yourself. You ain't got to deal with no other man and trying to figure it out and make the fucking relationships work if you just die. It'll be over with if you just die. That's all you got to do. It's so simple. The devil said it's so simple. Why you even just keep on going through this? Just die. Then you can be free of it. You can be out of here and let them just whore themselves out, and you just go on to a whole nother dimension. And do y'all know I was listening to the fucking devil? And see, the devil, he can only plant a seed, a thought in your mind. It's up to us to let it manifest. And I was listening to that bitch, and I was getting ready to let it manifest. And the devil said, okay, you already want to lose weight. Just starve yourself. Just lay in bed and don't eat. Don't do nothing. Don't go nowhere. Just lay in this bitch and die. And I was gonna do it. I was prepared to do it. Now I don't feel this same way now. And people do change. And just like Steve, I'm telling him about, how I was in a similar situation with him, with this other guy who I got a crush on. I still got a crush on him. And I never did meet him because of, I was insecure about my weight and I didn't want to meet him while I was fat. And he told me just lose my phone number. He said, "You doing me the same way, like you did that dude. You still doing the same things now." And I said, "No, I'm not." I said, "I am gonna meet you." I said that was a totally different situation. It had some similar parts to it. And I said, "You acting like I can't change." That was 5 years ago. Yes, some people still do the same shit they were doing 5 and 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. But some people change. Give me the courtesy of changing. I'm not telling you this so you can beat me down with it. I'm telling you this because I'm trying to share my experience. But everything I tell him, he wants to just use it against me. So now I feel like I can't tell you nothing. And so then when I say that, he calling me a liar. He said, "You just lying." So then I feel like my voice is taken because he no longer values my voice. He don't value my opinion unless my opinion agrees with his theory, his opinion. So anything that's opposite of that, he trying to shut it down. He trying to just make me feel like my voice don't even matter. And it's very important to me that my voice matters. And if I'm in a relationship with you and I cannot communicate with you my feelings, my true feelings, and not have what I have to say limited, why? Why am I in a relationship with you? If I cannot express my feelings and you don't try to cut me off and clean it up and make it seem like it's wrong how I'm talking and how I'm thinking. And he is trying to make it seem like, the way I'm looking at stuff is all wrong. And if I'm not saying what he wants me to say, "Oh, I need to get off the phone. I'll talk to you later." Do y'all know how insulting that is to me? When you make me feel like what I have to say is not important. And you are altering who I am as a person. You like this part, but I don't like that part. I'm going to throw that part about you in the garbage. I just like your selfies. I just like how cute you are. But I don't like your opinion. I want to throw that part in the trash. You don't suck dick. We're going to throw that in the trash too. Your mouth don't even matter then. If you ain't going to use it to put your mouth on me and my penis. Your mouth ain't even useful. Let's throw that in the trash. What? You don't want to have anal? Your booty don't even matter. Let's throw that in the garbage too. You don't need to do no more. You don't want to have threesomes? Well, what good are you even existing if you don't want to be with another woman? So me being a woman is not enough for Steve. Me being a woman don't even matter if I don't want to lay up with another woman with Steve. That's how he values me, by me performing with another woman for him. Man, bye. But it's all about love, right? According to Steve, it's all about love. You see how these people can really fuck you up in your head? They can really fuck you up in your head. If you let them, the game gonna test you. Don't fold. But Steve had me really feeling like I wanted to commit suicide. He took me there. And it was only the Spirit of God that saved me. And that's why the Spirit is so important. Having a personal relationship with God is so important. And I thank God that He blocked all of that shit that Steve was trying to do to me. He blocked it. He wouldn't even let it happen. Us having sex. He wouldn't even let it happen. And then when I was ready to have sex with Steve, God wouldn't even let it work. Because he let him go on with somebody else and hang out with his buddies and all this other stuff. And then the other night he got frustrated and mad at me. You know, when he wanted me to get in his car, come over here and pick me up and get in his car and go back over there and have sex with him. He wouldn't even let that work. He let Steve get frustrated and say, well, we need to stop talking to each other. Just got mad out of nowhere. For nothing. And I know what he's going to do. He's going to play fucking mind games with me like he been doing. And by the weekend, he going to text me, what you doing? And I'm praying for strength. I was talking to one of my friends about this yesterday. She said, we need to pray. Because God can do anything but fail. And you saying that you too weak. She said, your words got power. Don't you dare say that you too weak to resist him. And I said, you're right. That's crazy as hell for me to say that. That's crazy as hell. Why would I give a whore, all of this power over me? Shit. That's crazy as hell. God done gave me the power, not no motherfucking man. That's a whore. And, man, I forgot who the fuck I was, right? I totally forgot. I let all of this bullshit make me forget. It gave me amnesia. But I thank God for the Spirit. Because he moved me when I didn't even want to move. The Spirit moved me and had me to get up out of that bed, put on some clothes, and go outside. I didn't even know where I was going. And the Spirit said it don't even matter. Just get out of this house. Go out there and get some fresh air. Let this sun radiate in on your skin and pull those damaging demonic toxins out of your body. You know, it's a lot of power in the sun. Do y'all know that? That's a whole nother video. And those spirits was all in this work, all in this room. It was all in here. Plus that other somebody. Woo! And it was I was just almost disabled in myself. I was almost disabled. But I was conscious enough to listen to the Spirit and obey the Spirit. The Spirit said, get up and get out of this house. And I'm so glad that I got up and put on some clothes and got out of here. I didn't know where I was going. And the Spirit said, just get on the bus and just ride it out. And that's what I did. And do y'all know, in a matter of time, a short period of time, those feelings started lifting off of me. It just started lifting off of me. And I had to cry. And it was so much purging being done in my tears. All of that stuff was being released through my tears and just getting out. And I really appreciate the Spirit of God for that. Because I was really cooperating and intending to listen at the devil and just lay down in the bed and die. And I wouldn't have to listen at Steve no more. I wouldn't have to compromise with Steve no more and compromise who I am and consider doing things I didn't want to do and be introduced to them other spirits that Steve is carrying. I had opened that door, and it's my fault. I had opened that door because I couldn't discipline myself in my body. I felt so hot and ready to have sex. And then I didn't even know what I was being introduced to. Ain't no telling how many sex demons Steve carrying around. Ain't no telling how many sluts Steve having sex with and how many sluts, other sluts, the sluts having sex with, and all of this doo-doo that they carrying around in their mouth and on their penis and they all inside their vagina walls. Man, bad. And he want me to lay up and lick and lap all of them sluts in the bed with him. Man, oh, Lord have mercy. And do you know, I was considering that shit. I was considering going and jumping in the garbage can. That don't even make no sense. I'm royalty. And I'm willing to degrade myself for a good, so-called good-looking man who got it all together. You know, do y'all know how cheap I was selling myself out for? And I feel so ashamed. God got it all. But here I am looking at Steve and his Mercedes Benz and his Volvo and his nice house over there. And oh, this good job he got and all of this stuff he pretend like he can offer me. That was cheap compared to what God got for me. And I feel so stupid right now. Sin makes you stupid. It makes you stupid as fuck. And as good looking as Steve is, I realize now even that much was probably an illusion. Do you know that Satan, before Satan got the devil, do you know Lucifer, whoever you want to call him, before the enemy got kicked out of heaven, according to the word of God, the devil was the most beautiful angel in heaven. So why would he not present a good-looking man to me if he intends to try to destroy me? His whole agenda and his goal is to kill, steal, and destroy me. He don't give a fuck about presenting a man that's supposed to be good-looking if that's what it takes to get to me and break me down and make me vulnerable. And I feel so fucking mad right now with the devil. I said, oh yeah, that's how you gonna do it. That's how you gonna play me. So now I gotta up my game spiritually and come back stronger. You should have killed me while you had the chance, Satan. So now I done got back up and God done gave me another chance. So now I got something to prove. Now I got to double down on what I was already doing. I don't appreciate the devil trying to play me like that. I don't appreciate it. And trying to cheat me out of my life. That's full of blessings and favor. And then had the nerve to use a dude who's supposed to be so good looking and this and that and can do all of this in bed. Man, bad. Do you know how much more there is to life than a good looking man with a big dick and can do all of this stuff that I like in bed? Man, do you know how many more men are out there who are willing to do more and require less of me? And I won't have to sell myself short to be with them. I don't have to compromise who I am as a person. And they'll listen to me totally, unlike Steve. They won't stop me while I'm talking and make it seem like what I'm saying is not important just because they don't agree with it. They won't try to alter or change who I am. They won't require me to take it up the butt or be with another woman so they can enjoy it. You exploiting a woman. Steve got a whole adult daughter. He wouldn't want no man doing that to his daughter. So why would you do that to somebody else's daughter, Steve? And then he want to pretend like he's so this and so that at this company where he works. I bet if them folks knew what type of person he is in his private life, they would look at him differently. But he want to pretend like he's such this and that out there in the community and exploring somebody's daughter behind the scenes. But he said he keeping it real. He being who he is. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And that's a problem that he has with me. I'm totally real with who I am, regardless of where I am. And he wants to limit that. He wants to condense that. No. If I am who you want me to be, then who am I? I'm not really who I am. I'm not comfortable being in this body. If I am going to be controlled by you, no, I'm not going to let you control me. I'm not going to try to control you. But Steve was trying to control me every day. He's placing different stipulations on me. And every day, I feel like I am being altered. I'm losing sight of who I am. And I didn't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling. And even though I say that I need to be strong and not give my power over to this man, I have to be honest. If Steve called me right now, I'm going to talk to him. But I want to be strong and say, I ain't going to talk to Steve. But I know if he calls me right now, I'm going to shut this live stream down and I'm going to talk to Steve. If he texts me right now, I'm not strong enough to not text him back. I got to pray for strength. I really do, as it relates to this man. And I don't like giving my power over or having it compromised to a certain degree to a man. Hell no. I'm so much stronger than that. And I got to pray for more strength from God. And I don't want to violate this body because this body don't belong to me. It belongs to God. God is inside of my body. So me laying down with Steve and doing all these ungodly things, as good as God has been to me and even intends to be so much better, do you know how offensive that is to God? Do you know how embarrassing I am to even present that to God? And that shows you how good God is. He put up with so much of our foolishness and we just keep on being stupid and foolish and willfully participating in all this stuff and involving God and his body in it. And then when we get caught up with these STDs and shootouts and getting beat up and cheated on and run crazy, then we want to run to God. God, please help me. Save me, God. Please, God. Ugh. Do you know how insulting that is to God? You done already put yourself in that position to be played and just run down and beat down and just fucked all up. Then you want God to turn it around and help you change it. Sometimes you can come back from this stuff. Sometimes you can't. A lot of times you can get killed and destroyed and ruined out here in these streets, dealing with these fucking demons dressed up like this, that, and the other. Satan has a real good way of making stuff look a certain way and sound in a certain way. And that's just to pull you in. Get you sucked into the trap, the trick bag. Come on into this trick bag, girl. Come on into this trick bag, boy. And he don't play fair. He don't care what kind of tricks he had to use to get you. But once he get you, a lot of times he got you. And he ain't gonna let go until you are destroyed and out of here. And I have decided I got too much promise on my life to fall that quick under some tricks. And it ain't nothing but a trick. And Satan just keep on sending all these tricks to me. And God keep on giving me a way of escape. But I can't take that for granted. I can't take God's grace and mercy for granted. But Steve was breaking my heart. He breaking my spirit, breaking my will, and breaking me down on the inside. But he claimed to be looking for love. So many people have manipulated and exploited and abused the word love. And a lot of times now when I hear that, I just act like I don't hear that, because so many people who claim to love me, those are the same motherfuckers who have hurt me the worst. And that's why I have said this, and I'll say it again. Don't tell me that you love me. Show me. Show me. Because so many people have used that word to take advantage of me. And I cannot stand for my heart to be broken anymore. I can't stand it. And I'll run away quickly when I feel like somebody's using love as a weapon against me. And I don't want to be afraid of love. But these alpha motherfuckers have made me so scared to love their unlovely asses. And it don't feel good when you got a heavy heart and it's broken and you trying to still function and walk around in this bitch with a heavy ass heart that's broken and compromised and fucked all up. And these people will fuck up your mind and then try to make it seem like it's your fault for being fucked up. And they'll walk the fuck off and fuck up somebody else, destroy somebody else, exploit somebody else, use somebody else. And they go through their whole life like that. And they don't feel like there's nothing wrong. It's something wrong with you. It ain't nothing wrong with them. You supposed to just lay down and let them use you. You supposed to just cooperate no matter how degrading and gross and disgusting it is that they want you to participate in. Just lay down and let them do it. Anyone who comes into our lives and tries to alter who we are, they're not our people. And that's the same equivalent as a stranger coming into our personal space, into our homes, moving our furniture, moving our personal and intimate things around. You know, at least that's the way that I think of it. You wouldn't let nobody violate you like that in your home, so don't let nobody violate us in our spiritual space, our spiritual home. They're supposed to still have the same respect in that regard. But once again, this is how good women are ruined a lot of times. And these men are supposed to be our protectors, our providers. They're supposed to be protecting us, and they are destroying us a lot of times. And I have to be honest, and this is no offense to any black men. And Lord knows I love black men. I love a black man, contrary to popular belief. But in my experience, black men have hurt me worse than any racist white man. They have hurt my heart the most. But yet, I still love black men. But I have to be honest. Black men have hurt me the worst than any non-black man. They have hurt my heart the worst. But they still want us to not be bitter. They still want us to not be scornful. They still want us to be happy and smiling and ready to pull down our panties and fuck them and suck them and all of this stuff with a heavy heart and a broken spirit. And I gotta salute black women. We're still able to smile in this bitch. Even though we walking around with fucked up ass hearts and fucked up ass spirits and fucked up ass vaginas. And we have compromised so much of ourselves. But still, we find a way to connect with these men and love the fuck out of their asses. Even though the shit is all fucked up. And they're not even trying to help us find a way to heal. You could at least offer me a Band-Aid. You could at least rub some peroxide on my wounds, nigga. But no, you just want to pull my panties down and continue the abuse. And you feel like busting a nut is supposed to make me feel better. Well, it will for a few seconds, and then I'm back to square one. And you piling on top of the hurt. You piling on top of her, and then you gonna soon walk the fuck away. Just like the other guys did. And you gonna say it's my fault. You ain't gonna take the blame for none of it. You gonna say it's all my fault. And you gonna tell them other bitches that you meet out there in the street, it was my fault. You didn't do nothing but give me some dick. And you thought that was supposed to be enough. Give me some dick and a little bit of dinner every now and again. And I'm supposed to be fine. Whew. And a lot of these men, they're not even qualified to be a man, first of all. Let alone a lover, a husband, a boyfriend, a man in a relationship with a woman. You're not even qualified. And having good looks and a big dick is not enough. But they feel like just showing up and pulling up to you with a big dick and a smile, that's supposed to be enough. What more do you want from me? They say. I want you to make me feel like I never felt. I want you to take me somewhere I ain't never went. I want you to build me up instead of tearing me down, man. And I told Steve that. I said, I want you to be a leader in me. He said, that's what you want? I said, yeah, that's exactly what I want. I want you to lead me. He said, I will, but you won't let me. I said, right now, I'm going to let you. Will you lead me where I ain't never been before, Steve? He said, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. If you'll listen, but you don't want to listen. I said, I will listen. I'm giving you full permission to lead me. But look at where he will lead me to. Man, you're not even qualified. And I'm giving you full permission to lead me. Here go my hand. Here go my heart. Here go my soul. But you're not even qualified to lead me. You finna take me to a place where I don't want to be. You set me up for failure. And I'm supposed to trust you. I'm supposed to listen to you. I'm supposed to be confident in you. You can't give me nothing but the keys to the graveyard. That's it. That's all. And he says that I'm not being honest with him. That's another trick that he was using. That's another weapon he was using. I was being totally honest with Steve. I was nothing but honest with Steve from day one out the gate. Meanwhile, he wasn't telling me too much of nothing about him. The other morning when we was talking, I said, Steve, tell me 3 things about you that I would be surprised to know. Do you know this nigga started talking about when I was a little boy? I was the youngest in my family with my brothers, and then when we grew up, I started trying to sell dope. I said, Steve, that ain't nothing I'd be surprised about. 99.9% of the black niggas done did that. See, he playing games with me. And then he got mad because I didn't feel like that was something I'd be surprised to know about him. See, people, they get mad at you when you peep they motherfucking game. They get mad at you. They want you to be slow and green and kind of dumb to a certain degree so they can get over on you. When you like that, they love your dirty draws. They love you. When you play like you dumb and as fuck and you can't catch on to their manipulation tactics, they love your ass. But when you start showing some signs that you got a little bit of intellect and you can peep their motherfucking game, they can't stand your ass. They got to get off the phone. They'll call you right back. And then they start ignoring you because you too much for them. You too much. And they having to work too hard to conceal their true identity and agenda. They need to find somebody that's slow and ain't asking a whole lot of questions. You know what I mean? And giving them full cooperation. When you too fucking smart, they got to get off the phone. They got to go. And, you know, I'm not going to apologize for being who I am. And I'm not going to let no man or nobody else dumb me down. No. I'm going to double down on what I already got going on. That's what I'm going to do. And you know, I was being very truthful to Steve, but I found out that Steve cannot handle the truth. He can't handle the truth. So let me hurry up. It's a little after 1 o'clock. I got to go, y'all, because I got to go out here and apply for some housing and apply for some jobs and call these other jobs back. Oh, you know what? I meant to get up early this morning, but I overslept. I had the alarm set on my phone, I think. And I had my alarm set over there on the clock for 6 or 6:30. Man, I kept on sleeping because I went to sleep too late. And I knew I was going to probably sleep a little bit over the time that I had set on my alarm. But I knew this was going to be a long live stream because I got a lot to say. So I might have to make a part 2 to this. I might. But I'm going to go about 15 or 30 more minutes. And then I got to go because I got a lot of important stuff to do out there in those streets today. Okay, so let me say this. You know, Steve, like I said, after I told him that I want to aspire to do, you know, a talk show, and he seemed like at first he was interested in it. And then when I was telling him, you know, about my YouTube and blah, 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 and it seemed like he resented me for that. Because, you know, a lot of these people that do a lot of yuck stuff in private, they feel like if you a person with a so-called big mouth, you're going to tell their business. And they don't want a lot of people to know how awful they are behind the scenes. And Steve, he told me he couldn't stand Wendy Williams. And you know, Wendy is my girl. And I see a lot of myself, and a lot of people compare me to Wendy. Wendy brings the heat. And he said he didn't like Wendy Williams with her big mouth ass. He said she got a big mouth. And he don't like comedians either. And none was my people. Man, how you gonna be against Wendy Williams and the comedians? Man, those are my people right there. And I said, if he don't like Wendy and the comedians, he don't like me. That's my group of people right there. So I said, you know what? We might need to stop this right here. We can't go no further if he don't like Wendy. I'm just like Wendy in a lot of ways. He don't like the comedians. I got a lot of comedic flair. I like a lot of the comedians. I love to laugh. He said he liked to laugh. How you gonna not like Wendy? And see, I learned something about these people who don't like Wendy Williams. Them the motherfuckers that got so much shit in their closet. That's why they don't like Wendy, because Wendy brings the fucking heat and she put your fucking shit in the streets. And they don't like having their shit uncovered. They just want to do their shit and let you take it, and they keep on rolling with their shitty asses. So when somebody tell me they don't like Wendy Williams, that raises a red flag in my head. You a low down motherfucker, more than likely, and you want to keep your shit private. Yeah. So it's best that we don't mess around, me and Steve, because I think he got a lot of shit going on in his closet. Yeah. But Steve had the nerve to tell me that Wendy and the comedians, they gossip too much and talk about people too much. But like I said, me and Steve was talking about people on the phone. He was fine with it, but he don't want me to talk about people and gossip outside of him on the phone. That don't even make no sense. That don't even make no sense. You're a hypocrite, Steve. And he said that's why bad things happen to Wendy Williams and the comedians, because they talk about people and gossip all the time. And I said, Steve, that ain't even make no sense. By your logic, ain't nothing bad supposed to happen to people that don't talk about people and gossip. I said, it's a lot of people don't never talk about nobody, never gossip, and they got cancer right now. Some of them dead, Steve. I said, man, please. I said, if you're going to be that type of person, you're going to be set up for a lot of failure in life. And at 53 years old, he's 53 years old. And you still, in my mind, I'm saying you still this stupid. How can you be this stupid at 53 years old, Steve? And you can't go through life. And I said, are you the type of person you just like positive only? And he got mad when I said that. I said, are you the type of person that don't want to judge people? He said, I need to see you in person before I say that. I said, why you need to see me in person? The same thing I said on the phone, I'm going to say it in your face. That don't even make no sense. If you cannot analyze me and come to a conclusion on the phone, it's going to be kind of difficult for you to do that in person. I'm still saying the same thing. So you got to use your listening skills. You got to use your listening skills, honey. And I said at 53, you supposed to be a supervisor. Your skills are limited, honey. And I think Steve kind of felt like I was being too smart for him. And it was making him agitated. And he got real offended when I asked him that. And I told him, I said, look, you can go outside right now. Lift the hood of your Mercedes-Benz or your Volvo and look at the battery. Do it got 2 positive posts or 2 negative posts? No, honey. It's got a negative and a positive. That's how life is. You can't go through life without any negativity. It takes both to make the world go around. And that just messed him up when I said that. It messed him up. And I said, you cannot say that people have bad things happen to them just because they talk about people all the time. That don't even make no sense. Bad things happen to people that gossip all the time. That don't even make no sense. So if you don't gossip about people all the time and you don't talk about people all the time, ain't nothing bad supposed to happen to you. Guess what? That's stupid. That's not even real. Fucked up things happen to everybody sometimes. That's a part of life. That comes with the territory of life. And you really gonna be in for a big disappointment if you think ain't nothing bad gonna never happen to you. That's life. And see, with Steve, I have dealt with these kind of guys before. When they put so much emphasis on what they got materially, their car, their house, their clothes, their good looks, they don't really have a whole lot going on the inside. That's why they have to overcompensate and really impress women with all of this glitter and glamour, you know? And then when they get you, you find out that you got to still supplement them with another man and cheat on them because they're not able to fulfill you totally. You know, they can only satisfy you in one area or another area, and they neglect another area. And I feel like that's what would happen with Steve. I'm just so fascinated with his good looks and what he drive and his house and his clothes and ooh, how well he looked in his clothes. And he's 6 feet tall. I love a tall drink of water like that. I love a tall, good looking man. And he's the total package. He looks good. He's tall and handsome and all the things I like in a man. And I feel like intellectually we will be limited. And you know, he don't want me to be my full potential intellectually because that's challenging him as a man, and it's making him feel a certain kind of way because he feel like his philosophy on life is just that, period. And then here I go with a comma and dot dot dot. He don't like that. And then I'm causing him to think and rearrange his thinking and add on to what he already done concluded. And he don't appreciate that because that's challenging his machoism as a man. You know, a lot of men feel like what they say, that ought to be it. And a woman, oh, here you go coming along with your little words and making them feel a certain kind of way and shooting down what they say. You know, they don't like that. Especially if it's got some realness to it. And it's making them think a certain kind of way. They can't stand that shit. And here I go with all of that going on. Here I go. And then here I go. Ain't got no job. And then I still got more intellect than Steve. Woo, he don't appreciate that shit. Here I go. I ain't even got my own home. And I can think on a higher frequency than Steve. He don't like that shit. Here I go riding the bus. I ain't got no car. I ain't got no truck. I ain't got no minivan. And I can speak more intellectually and with better sense than Steve. And then he gonna ask me, well, you ain't got no expertise. How you gonna have a talk show? I said, I don't need no talk. I don't need no expertise, Steve. All I need is common sense. He said, ain't nobody gonna listen at you just because you got common sense. They can find that anywhere. I said, no, you can't find that anywhere because common sense ain't common, Steve. And, oh, that just threw him completely off. It threw him completely off. I said, I can be whatever I want to be, Steve. I don't have to be required to have what you or certain people in society feel like I should have. That ain't what I operate on. That's not what God operates on. Y'all care about credit, good credit. I don't give a fuck about no good credit. I got a lot of bankruptcies. And then a lot of people try to make you feel bad because you got a bankruptcy. Guess what? The president of the United States got a whole lot of bankruptcies. It ain't stopped his ass, and he got a whole lot of money. A lot of people done had bankruptcies. It don't stop you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not ashamed to tell your ass that. And that's not going to stop me. You know, they feel like you got to have good credit. You got to have all these credentials. You got to have all of these degrees and all of these. Oh, man, bye. What God has for me is for me. And can't nobody stop it. Period. And a comma. Okay. And oh, I'm just too much for Steve. When I start talking like this, it's just too much for him. And he wanna muzzle me. And I'm not gonna let you muzzle me. I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm gonna live to my fullest potential. And I'm gonna operate outside of the box. You cannot contain me with that motherfucking box. I'm gonna bust the box open. I can't stand no fucking box. You cannot contain me. I'm a free spirit. And that I could tell that was kind of intimidating to Steve. And he's not used to that. He's not used to it. But that did concern me when he said he didn't like Wendy Williams. And he don't like no comedians. And Ha! Man, bye. But some of these, you know, and that's why a lot of these trolls, let me say this, that's why a lot of these trolls, they can't stand me because I talk about motherfuckers, and a lot of these motherfuckers that I talk about, the trolls fit the description. Can we be clear about that? They feel a certain kind of way because a lot of things that I say describes them and their condition. It's almost like I'm talking directly to them without calling their name, their address, social security number, or their phone number. And that's why they keep on coming back to see, even after I block them again and again and again, because they want to see what else I'm going to say. Ooh, there go that monster. They got that monster face coming in, looking in the window at me. Ooh. But anyway, yeah, I enjoy talking about motherfuckers. And some of these motherfuckers need to be talked about. And y'all, my subscribers, don't y'all let anybody, these trolls, make you feel bad for listening to me and tuning in to my live stream videos. And don't let these motherfuckers make you feel bad for talking about motherfuckers. Some of these motherfuckers need to be talked about, like the monster face. And that's why they're so awful and stay in our way doing awful ass shit, because ain't nobody talking about their motherfucking ass and putting them in their motherfucking place. That's my job, and that's what I do, and I do it well. Like that stupid motherfucker on the bus yesterday that had that ugly, dirty ass cart in the fucking way in the aisle. And there's signs, but you know, these stupid motherfuckers do not read, and they're so fucking illiterate. They don't read and they don't follow the law and the rules and policies and procedures. They feel like they're exempt and the rules don't apply to them. So here this stupid bitch with this nappy, ugly ass clown wig was yesterday on the bus with that ugly ass cart in the fucking aisle. People could not get in the, go through the aisle successfully, and she was hindering the movement, the flow. And this one woman was trying to get through, and she had that big ass cart in the way. And first of all, let me say this. Okay, she was sitting across from me, and she was getting on my nerves because she was popping that gum. Oh my God, there's a little fat bus driver, female bus driver. She be popping that gum too. I cannot stand to ride her bus. One day, I said to myself, just get off the bus. It don't even matter how long you got to wait for the next bus. Just get off. Woo! That woman, that little fat pig, she was driving me crazy. The bus driver, popping that gum. And then here this raggedy bitch yesterday, she was sitting across from me popping that gum, and she know it was getting on my nerves. And I said, oh no, I cannot ride all the way down the street listening at this gum popping. So I said, I'm just going to move to the back. Do you know that raggedy bitch moved across from me? I said, okay, so she's trying to deliberately aggravate me, right? Okay, so that's when she moved twice. She moved twice to get closer to me. She wanted to aggravate me. So then people started having problems getting through the aisle because of her. And I said, ma'am, you are in the way. I'm showing this bitch some respect, this raggedy bitch. I said, ma'am, you are in the way. And she said, mind your business. And this don't even concern you. And what am I supposed to do? I said, you're supposed to move the cart so people can get in and through the aisle without interruption. That's what you're supposed to do. Why would you put this in the way, and you know it's in the way, and then you're going to act like other people are the problem when you're clearly the problem? And she started talking shit to me, and I started talking shit to her back, and she told me what I was saying was retarded. I said, what's retarded is you and what you're doing. Putting this fucking thing in the fucking way and preventing people from getting in and out of this bus is retarded. And I said, y'all want attention. And just like a little kid, even if you got to behave badly, that's what you do to get some attention. You know you're out of order. And then this other man, he gonna say, oh, let's Let's act like we some godly people. Let's let the Lord fix it. I said, listen at this idiot. Listen at this idiot. Okay, the Lord is already in it. That's why my mouth is open and telling her to get this cart out of the way. You got a whole sign posted on the board up here inside of the bus, clearly saying no carts, no strollers are supposed to be in the aisle. How are you going to be right when you're clearly wrong? And then the man trying to shoot me down and make me shut up and defend the heathen bitch when she's clearly out of order. And she gonna tell me what the bus driver ain't saying nothing. I said, I don't care about the bus driver not saying nothing. I'm saying something for the bus driver. How about that? And she told me, if you don't stop talking to me, I'm going to knock your head off. I said, if you do, you won't have to worry about being in this aisle anymore. You won't have to worry about being on this bus anymore. You won't have to worry about riding the bus anymore, honey. If you put your paws on me, that's all you got to do. You got a choice. Make sure you make the right choice. And I wasn't going to be scared of that raggedy bitch. With that, and then she's gonna try to say that I looked a mess. I said, wait a minute, you are the one that's looking like Ronald McDonald, the black version, with this red raggedy clown wig on your raggedy head. I said, go to the fucking circus, you clown bitch. I was so glad to say all that. I shouldn't have said it. And I did apologize to the bus driver for really acting out like that. But whatever I said, I don't apologize because it needed to be said. And that's why a lot of these raggedy motherfuckers are staying raggedy, because nobody is telling them what they need to hear. A lot of these raggedy motherfuckers need to be talked about, but they don't like to be talked about. Meanwhile, they want to talk about somebody else. But I'm going to talk about their asses, whether they like it or not. And they're just going to have to deal with it or fight me. And I don't care how fat I am. I'm going to fight your motherfucking ass if you bring the fight to me. Okay? Okay? I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to shut up. You're just going to have to deal with it. Okay? And that's just the way that it's going to be. I want my shoulder blades to show, and they just don't want to show. I don't understand it. Y'all remember this look when back in the 80s? A lot of the graduation pictures, my sisters, they thought they was so sexy when they took their graduation picture like this. Y'all remember that? I do. But anyway, the game is gonna test you. Never fold. Stay 10 toes down. It's not on you, it's in you. And what's in you, they can't take away. Nipsey Hussle gave us that free game. And I'm not going to let the game fold me. I'm not. I'm going to win in this bitch. I'm going to win in this bitch. No matter how many times I got to take a break and get off the bench and go over there and cry and get myself back together. I'm going to come back and win in this bitch. I'm not going to fold. I'm not going to fold. But anyway, I believe we're going to have a part 2 to this because I got to go. Man, and speaking of gotta go, do y'all know a certain YouTuber called herself a ugly ass, boozy, badass looking bitch? She gonna block me on her Instagram yesterday. These stupid bitches be looking to see who been looking on their page. You know they got that app where you can go and see who been looking on your page. I don't give a fuck about who be looking on my page, but a lot of these insecure bitches do. And bitch, if I ain't learned nothing else, I done learned this from a troll. I can make another page if I want to look on your stinking ass page, you ugly, boozy, badass looking bitch with them big, nasty, greasy, yuck, gross ass titties. Girl, bye. But anyway, y'all go to Chick-fil-A. They're not paying me. This is my pleasure. I feel like going back over there. But I think I want to go over there to Whole Foods and get me a green goddess smoothie. Y'all go to Chick-fil-A and tell them that Karma Kaboom sent you and get you a strawberry passion tea lemonade. And your life will never be the same. Delicious. It's completely delicious. And What else? Oh yeah, somebody contacted me, a company from Japan, and they have a really great opportunity that they have presented to me, and they're gonna be contacting me in a few days. They said to give me more information about this app that they want me to endorse for them, and I think it's gonna be a great opportunity for us. You know, a lot of y'all have been wanting to talk to me on the phone, so they have this app. Whereas you all can call in for a fee to talk to me, ask questions, and I give y'all advice. So we just have a big powwow, one on one. I think that's great, don't y'all? I like that. So they're gonna be sending me an email. They said in a couple of days to give me more information. And this other company on Instagram, they contacted me recently to endorse some of their wigs and eyelashes. I think that's nice. And I went on their page to see what kind of hair they have. They got some nice hair. So I might be doing that too. And so much more. But I got to get ready to go, y'all. I got some things to do. And just watch when I leave and get on the bus. The monster face bitch gonna wanna leave and get on the bus too. He keep on following me. But bitch, them raggedy ass dollar store shoes are not strong enough to follow the girl. Okay? Okay, you ain't even qualified. You ain't even qualified. Oh, I want a good looking nigga like Steve. I don't want no garbage bitch. He ain't even got no job. He ain't even got no house. He ain't got no car. He ain't even got a skateboard. But he wants me. Bitch, you gotta be qualified. And you gotta be a good looking nigga. Like somebody like Steve. I ain't throw Steve completely in the garbage, even though he said the other day was gonna need to be our last day talking. Steve don't mean that shit. And if Steve called me, I think I'm gonna answer. But I still ain't gonna fold. I'm just gonna get stronger and give Steve some of his own medicine. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of Steve and then change my phone number. That's what I'm gonna do. Or be hard to catch up with. How about that? How about that, Steve? But Steve gonna get these panties. I just don't know when. But if Steve called me, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna answer. And then I'm gonna act like I got a little attitude. But I think I'm gonna cooperate to a certain degree with Steve. I ain't gonna lay down with no women. I don't think. And I don't think I'm gonna take it up the butt. I'm gonna try my best to redirect his penis if we get this far. And why do you want the butt as a man anyway? With a woman, all this good pussy. Now some pussies, can we agree? All pussies are not created equal. Some are raggedy and some are, real good and juicy and this and that. But if you got a juicy good one, why would you bypass all of that and opt for the booty hole? That don't even make no sense. And you know what my theory is? This is my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I just feel like a man that really wants a booty hole with a woman, that man has the potential to be with another man. He really got an appetite for a man, but he'll tolerate a woman. Woo, it's too much going on out here in these streets. And they're taking your girl. They're trying to take your girl too fast. But I'm going to slow it down and sit down and get a better look from a different perspective. Oh, they're trying to get me caught up out here in these shitty streets. I'm not going to let them do it. And I'm not going to get involved with a shitty dick nigga. And I'm trying to find a way how I'm going to deal with Steve without dealing with his shitty dick. He proud to let me know that he got a shitty dick. And he want me to put it in my mouth. He want me to put it up my butt. Oh, all all this dookie residue from everybody else, and he want me to be involved with it and be okay with it. Man, oh, this is what y'all doing out here in these streets nowadays. Man, I cannot participate. But how can I not participate when almost everybody out here doing it? Ugh. Lord have mercy. See, I can be celibate and stay over here in my little corner and not be involved, but that don't mean that everybody else ain't signing up and getting involved. Then when I come back out there in the streets, this is what I got to deal with. Either I take it or leave it. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? We're going to have to ask Jesus to fix it. And the game is going to test you. Never fold. I'm not going to fold out here in these streets. Let me read some of y'all. Oh, Lord have mercy. The bus is getting ready to come, y'all. Lord have mercy. We're going to have to do a part 2 to this, okay? So you all have a great day. I wish I could talk to y'all more and read your comments, but we're going to have a part 2 to this, okay? So let's do that. I got to go get on this bus. I got things to do. I'm already running late. It's 1:42 p.m. So we'll talk later. We'll do a part 2 to this, and we'll go from there. And go to Chick-fil-A and get y'all some strawberry passion tea lemonade. I might go today. I may not. I might go to Whole Foods and just get me a green goddess smoothie. And the game gonna test you, but don't fold. We'll do part 2 later on. Holla at your girl. Peace.